Our students that set up the Senoh equipment are primarily undergraduate students who work for us in the gyms. They get through a training, but they often have 4 minutes or less to convert it from one activity to the next, whether it's basketball to volleyball, volleyball to badminton. The system is so easy. You roll out on the cart right next to the floor. By the time you pick up the plate, put it in the ground, and turn the crank, they can do that inside of 4 minutes, male and female employees. And it's been a godsend because of the frequency with which we turn over our facility. With some of the other systems I've experienced, the poles weren't made of steel, and therefore they'll bend and it affects either net tension or the actual poles becoming a danger because they're not vertical anymore. And I think the Senoh system, one of the pluses is that solid construction and the ability to tension that net up as tight as you'd like to. I was introduced to Senoh just before we opened our facility in 1996. And to be honest with you, the courts have been spec'd for another product, and I had to call the service agent and say, what do we do? The holes in the floor might be a different size. And he quickly came out and said, that's not a problem, inserted new sleeves and retrofitted the area in a one-day visit and had us ready for Senoh equipment. And I learned a lot about the product there because I wasn't aware of the difference between steel and aluminum poles and those kinds of things. And it was the education I got from our sales agent that made all the difference. And when we did have issues with that conversion, he was there in 24 hours. And I just thought that service was amazing. The most important thing that we found is that the product has the tensile strength to have those poles way outside of the court lines. So that there's no way players can have negative interactions with that pole. And padding systems are great, but having that thing a good distance off the court is one of the key safety considerations. And I think that tensile strength of the pole then really matters. It's just got to span a longer distance. And one of the things we've been really happy with is we haven't had any human pole collisions that have resulted in injuries in the 13 years we've had the product. I think when our students play with the Senoh system, they know that they're playing with the same stuff that the Olympians use. It is the high end of the volleyball materials. And I think our students feel good about that. You can't get a more tension net, you can't get a better setup or a higher level of padding. All the safety elements are as good as it gets.